Istanbul, a city straddling two continents, a bridge between East and West. For centuries, sultans, emperors, traders, and travelers have been seduced by its chaotic beauty. We're going deep into the belly of the beast, exploring the back streets and hidden corners where the real Istanbul comes alive. This is Istanbul Unveiled. Forget everything you think you know about Europe and Asia. Istanbul laughs in the face of such simple classifications. This is a city where ancient minarets pierce the skyline alongside Byzantine domes, where the scent of cardamom tea mingles with the salty tang of the Bosphorus. We'll wander through the labyrinthine alleys of the Grand Bazaar, a sensory overload of spices, carpets, and the constant hum of bartering. We'll stand in awe beneath the soaring arches of the Hagia Sophia, a testament to empires long gone and the enduring power of faith. But it's not just the monuments that make Istanbul special, it's the people. The weathered faces of fishermen mending their nets by the Galata Bridge, the shopkeepers pouring glasses of syrupy Turkish tea with a knowing smile, the call to prayer echoing through the streets, a reminder that some things transcend time and borders. This is Istanbul, and we're just getting started. Look, you can't talk about Istanbul without mentioning the heavy hitters. Hagia Sophia, a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture, a church, a mosque, and now a museum, standing as a testament to the city's ever-evolving identity. The Blue Mosque, with its cascading domes and 6 minarets piercing the sky, a beacon of Ottoman grandeur. Topkapi Palace, the opulent residence of sultans filled with tales of intrigue, power, and maybe a few beheadings. Venture beneath the bustling streets to the Basilica Cistern, an underground palace of water, its silence broken only by the drip, drip, drip of centuries. Cross the Golden Horn to the ornate Dolmabahce Palace, a lavish display of Ottoman decadence on the shores of the Bosphorus. And for the best damn view in the city, climb the ancient stones of the Galata Tower, a lone sentinel overlooking the urban sprawl. These are more than just tourist traps, folks. They're scars on the landscape, reminders of the empires that rose and fell, leaving their indelible mark on this city. Because in Istanbul, the past isn't dead. Forget your Michelin stars and your fancy tasting menus. In Istanbul, the best food is found on the streets, in the smoky haze of kebab stands and the aroma-filled chaos of the spice market. We're talking about food that's been honed over centuries, passed down through generations of grandmothers who rule their kitchens with an iron fist and a wooden spoon. Kebab, but not the greasy spoon crap you find back home. We're talking succulent lamb, grilled over charcoal, seasoned with nothing more than a sprinkle of salt and a squeeze of lemon. Mezes, a kaleidoscope of small plates, each one bursting with flavor, creamy hummus, smoky eggplant salad, tangy yogurt dips. And for a sweet treat, dive into the world of baklava and Turkish delight, sticky, sweet, and guaranteed to leave you in a sugar coma. The banter with the street vendors, the clinking of tea glasses, the communal joy of sharing a meal with strangers who become friends over a plate of pide. This is food that nourishes the soul as much as the body. Because in Istanbul, every meal is a celebration. Istanbul, she's a fickle mistress. One minute she's bathed in sunshine, the next she's cloaked in mist, the Bosphorus churning like a cauldron. But that's part of her charm, isn't it? Knowing when to woo her is key. Spring, that's when the city throws on her best dress. Average temperatures range from 10 degrees C to 20 degrees C. Tulips explode in a riot of color. The air is sweet with the scent of jasmine, and the sun warms your skin without scorching it. Autumn, now that's when things get cozy. Temperatures hover between 15 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. The crowds thin out, the leaves turn shades of gold and crimson, and the aroma of roasted chestnuts fills the air. Summer? Well, let's just say it gets hot, like sweat dripping down your back hot. Expect temperatures from 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. But hey, if you don't mind braving the crowds and the heat, you'll be rewarded with long days, warm nights, and the chance to swim in the shimmering waters of the Prince's Islands. Winter can be a mixed bag chilly, sometimes rainy, with temperatures ranging from 5 degrees C to 15 degrees C, but with a certain melancholic beauty. Plus, fewer tourists mean you can have the Hagia Sophia all to yourself. The best months to visit for pleasant weather are April to June and September to November. Just remember, pack for all seasons because Istanbul, like a true diva, is full of surprises. Sure, you can check off the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque from your list, But to truly experience Istanbul, you gotta dive deeper. Embrace the unexpected. Springtime in Istanbul means one thing: tulips, millions of them. The Istanbul Tulip Festival transforms the city into a kaleidoscope of color, a feast for the eyes. Then there's the Istanbul Music Festival, a month-long celebration of sound from classical to jazz to traditional Turkish music. And let's not forget Republic Day, when the city erupts in a frenzy of flags, parades, and fireworks. Hopping on a ferry across the Bosphorus, the wind whipping through your hair as you sail past palaces and minarets. Stepping into a traditional hammam, the steam enveloping you as you're scrubbed and massaged within an inch of your life. So, put down the guidebook, ditch the itinerary, and let Istanbul work its magic. Let's be real, Istanbul can be overwhelming, a chaotic symphony of sights, sounds, and smells, all vying for your attention. But fear not, intrepid traveler, I'm here to equip you with the knowledge to conquer this urban jungle. First things first, transportation. The Istanbul card is your golden ticket. This rechargeable card grants you access to the city's vast network of buses, trams, and ferries. Speaking of ferries, they're not just for tourists, they're a local's lifeline. A quick and scenic way to navigate the Bosphorus. Learn a few basic Turkish phrases. Merhaba, hello. Teşekkürler, thank you. Bir bira lütfen, a beer please. And watch the locals warm up to you. Haggling is an art form in the Grand Bazaar, so channel your inner bartering champion, and don't be afraid to haggle for a good deal. Always accept the offer of Turkish tea. Listen, I get it. Istanbul can be a lot to handle. Sometimes you need a break from the hustle, a chance to catch your breath and recharge. Lucky for you, some of Turkey's most mind-blowing destinations are just a stone's throw away. First up, Cappadocia. Imagine a landscape sculpted by the gods themselves. Towering fairy chimneys, underground cities, hot air balloons dotting the sky like colorful bubbles. Then there's Ephesus, an ancient Roman city frozen in time. Walk the marble streets. Imagine the gladiators battling in the amphitheater, and marvel at the Library of Celsus, a testament to the power of knowledge. And for a truly otherworldly experience, head to Pamukkale. Just remember, these destinations are best explored at a leisurely pace. Every cobblestone, every minaret, every spice-filled corner of Istanbul whispers with stories. Legends passed down through generations, tales spun by storytellers in smoky cafes, anecdotes that'll make you laugh, think, and maybe even shed a tear. Take the story of how Istanbul got its name. Legend has it that Emperor Constantine, upon founding the city, heard a voice whispering Istin Pollen, which means to the city in Greek. And so Constantinople was born, a name that echoed through the ages until it became Istanbul. Then there's the tale of the Galata Tower and the lovelorn Hezarfen Ahmed Çelebi. This Ottoman daredevil, inspired by Leonardo da Vinci's sketches, fashioned himself a pair of wings and leaped from the tower, soaring across the Bosphorus before landing safely on the other side. So, pull up a chair, order another round, and let the stories wash over you. Forget your Spotify playlists. Istanbul's soundtrack is a living, breathing thing. It's the mournful wail of the ney flute echoing through the Blue Mosque, the rhythmic clang of hammers shaping copper in the Grand Bazaar, the laughter of children chasing pigeons in Sultanahmet Square. It's the call to prayer 5 times a day, a haunting melody that washes over the city, a reminder that some things transcend time and culture. It's the mournful strains of Turkish classical music, filled with longing and heartache, transporting you to another era. And it's the infectious energy of modern Turkish pop, blaring from cafes and taxis, impossible not to tap your feet to. The street musicians serenading passers-by with traditional instruments, the rhythmic chanting of vendors hawking their wares, the murmur of conversations in a dozen different languages. So open your ears, my friends. This is a city with a rhythm all its own. So there you have it, Istanbul in all its chaotic glory. A city that defies categorization, that seduces and overwhelms in equal measure. We've wandered through ancient ruins, haggled in bustling bazaars, and feasted like sultans. We've explored hidden corners and witnessed the city's vibrant soul. But Istanbul isn't just about ticking off landmarks or snapping the perfect Instagram photo. It's about immersing yourself in the unknown, about embracing the unexpected, about letting the city work its magic on you. Istanbul is a city that stays with you long after you've left its vibrant streets. So, what are you waiting for? Book that ticket, pack your bags, and get ready to experience Istanbul for yourself. Istanbul's not for everyone. It's a city that demands something from you. Patience for the crowds, a strong stomach for the street food, an open mind for the unexpected. But if you're willing to surrender to the chaos, to embrace the unknown, Istanbul will reward you in ways you never thought possible. You'll leave with a belly full of mazes, a head full of stories, and a heart full of Istanbul.